The future to come in 20 to 30 years. Can it be predicted in the times of global uncertainty? How to map out the contours of the future so that they are more clear and bright. And what can be done by those who are today called the new generation?
I believe that the future must be planned, because its realization depends on the scale of our plans and goals. If it is a goal that is a global scale, then the planning must commence in advance, about 50 years ahead. And if we are just talking about a simple practical objective, then 1.5 to 2 years is more than enough. The first 6 years of school I spent in the Baktibai village. It is located not far from the city of Talды-Korgane. Back then, I already understood that I must strive towards expanding my knowledge and reaching a qualitatively new level. That is how I ended up moving to the city, and from grade 7 on, I studied at a lyceum. I met my mentor at the lyceum, Sergei Polyanskih. He was the one who paved the path for me towards my future. In grade 7, I started preparing with him for the Math Olympics competitions. When I was about to start grade 9, I found out that one of the Nazarbayev Intellectual Schools was going to be opened in the city where I lived. So I started getting ready for the admissions exams. I took the mathematics and physics exams and was admitted. This was the school where I received most of my in-depth knowledge. Almost at the same time, my math Olympiad coach, Sergei Polyanskih, transferred to this school. With his support, I achieved quite high positions at Republican and international Olympiads. Mathematics as a science is not limited to sine and cosine equations. It is used in almost all spheres of life. For example, 3D modeling. This entails mathematics that uses the foundations of geometry. And so everything that we studied in geometry classes can be found in the field of 3D modeling. Or, for example, you use the internet, and the way it functions is completely based in mathematical foundations. For example, when you send an email to your colleague in the United States, in order for the letter to reach its addressee, algorithms are used, and these algorithms are mathematical. Today we have mobile banking, so you might be making money transfers or paying for public services from your home. This process must be secure, preventing any hackers from breaking in and intercepting your money. In mathematics, there are also simple numbers. With their use, all types of internet transactions can be made secure. When I was studying at the Nazarbayev Intellectual School, I knew for sure that I would be admitted to the Nazarbayev University because I was interested in the opportunities that this could open up for me. But during my application procedure, I was not sure whether to choose mathematics or computer science. In the end, I chose information technologies. Today, this is a field that is developing quite dynamically. For example, a new programming language or new programming codes may be developed, and while you are learning it, something new may appear. You have to always keep up with all the new developments and constantly expand your knowledge. To be engaged in science means sitting for hours on end, studying and reading. And in order to do this, one needs to be in good health and have patience. All this can be achieved by doing sports. The Nazarbayev University offers a lot of different sport activities. I chose judo because this is something much more familiar to me. I tried not to miss a single training or even come late throughout all 4 years.
There will be some pixels here, and the spike looks like here, and these pixels.
During the studies at the Nazarbayev University, we were not just given homework. We were taught how to think independently, to express our own opinion freely. We would communicate with our professors not just during classes, but also outside of school time.
At an angle.
Yeah, we also. And if there, for example, some segmentation, we add to here past 9.
At any time, we could go to their office and ask questions. We could get advice from our professors on where to continue our studies after university, where to look for work.
What's your plan? Did you get a job?
Yeah, I have a job now. I'm now working in some little project. I'm working on this project now, but I have also other plans. Next week I will have interview with Booking.
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
they sent me for some problems. They give me chance to take interview, and so next week I have.
That will be on the phone.
Yeah, it would be on phone.
The 4 years that were spent at the university just flew by. To be honest, I did not notice how the graduation day arrived. On that day, 737 students received their diplomas. There were bachelor graduates, master's and doctoral students. When I received my diploma, I was beyond happy. I felt a certain sense of pride. We were all dressed in our mantles and became one whole unit, as one big organism, and each of us was a part of it. The president of the country himself came to the graduation ceremony. This means that he has great hopes for us.
Баршаңызды диплом тапсыру рәсіміне орай шын жүрегімнен құттықтап, үлкен табыс пен бақыт тілеймін.
The president wished us well in our endeavors so that we never stop and continue to pursue knowledge. If we do not become competitive, we'll be left behind everyone else. In order for the country to develop, we must keep up with the times. Today, one cannot just get a degree and work in the field of their specialization for 50 years. Overall, this approach must be discarded. We have to keep up with the trends and all the news. We must keep abreast of all new developments. If something new appears, it must be studied immediately. Life after university is a new stage in my path. Right now is the moment when one should show what they are capable of. When I was in my 4th year, I was invited to work at a company, Computer Vision Technologies. There I started working on the development of software that ensures safety on the roads. Astana is growing, and alongside the number of its residents are growing as well. New roads are being built, and this leads to a greater number of cars on the road. And in order for life in that big city to be comfortable, road traffic must be safe. And this is precisely the aim of my project. We're regulating the flow of car traffic in the city. It is very interesting for me to work in this field because we're coming up with new algorithms. Sometimes we even discover something new. It happens that we forget about everything and stay at work until 10 or 11 at night. Many parents strive to make sure that their children do not face the same difficulties as they did, and they get everything that their children want or find ways for making it accessible to them. I completely disagree with this approach. If a child wants something, they have to be explained how it can be gained. If you want your child to get admitted to a good university, in the beginning their desire for knowledge must be cultivated. For example, my parents never told me, go to this school and apply to this university. They simply supported my love for learning and trusted me enough to make my own decision. The world around is changing very rapidly, and today's youth may rightfully be called the new generation. That is why this new generation must soak up all the novelties and innovations like a sponge. The world is transitioning to a green economy. We also have to do this in our everyday lives and apply the principles of the green economy within the framework of our country's development. Expo can make a great contribution to this for us. The exhibition can attract the interest of investors, and many of Kazakhstan's scientists will have a good chance to present their projects before them. In addition, in Kazakhstan, particularly in Astana, for the first time it will be possible to witness a great deal of very different, innovative solutions. And that is why we'll have an opportunity to implement these innovative solutions. I studied in Astana for 4 years, and I'm glad that I live in this wonderful city, which is developing so rapidly. I'm proud of this. When I was in my first year, our university was located in the suburbs, but today it is already within the city's periphery. And the city's development is not going to stop at this. It is quite hard for me to predict how it will look in 2050, but I understand that our tomorrow depends directly on projects that we are realizing today. Because the future is the result of what we do in the present.
Today, the average age of an Astana resident is 30 years. In this respect, Astana is considered to be a city with the youngest population. Annually, 30 to 40,000 people become new residents of Kazakhstan's capital. The majority of them are young people who are the new generation of this country.